Hi, and welcome to the second episode of the YarnHabitGeek podcast. My name is Laura. I'm a knitter and crocheter from Toronto, Canada. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry as YarnHabitGeek. There is also a YarnHabitGeek podcast group on Ravelry if you want to join. So, let's get started. Whips. I only have 2 whips to show because I have been busy working on Jughead hats, and I showed that on the last podcast episode. So let's right now the current whips I'll be showing you are my crochet whips. I am actually working on amigurumi of Zelina from the show Once Upon a Time. I am getting this ready for this weekend because we have the Once Upon a Time convention here in Toronto this weekend. And I will probably post a picture of the completed one on my Facebook, in which I actually post a lot of whips on. And next whip is my bubblegum bath mat, patterned by Twinkie-chan. I am at least hoping to have this one finished by next week. If not, we're gonna keep working on it. And now time for the finished objects. I only have one this week, besides the Jughead hats that I obviously work on continuously because I get a lot of orders for Jughead hats. But here is the only whip for the week. Not whip, finished object. It's an ice cream cone shower mitt by Twinkie-chan. And I just thought it was really cute. And it's something nice to have made just for the shower. I'll probably make more of these in the future with different colors. It turned out really good. Now, this past weekend, the Toronto Knitters Frolic happened, and this was actually my first time attending because last year I was actually moving and getting my place all set up last year when it happened. So I finally got some stuff from the Frolic. First up, the project bag that was sold at the Frolic by the I believe it's the Toronto Knitters Guild, but it's the official Frolic project bag. Have yarn, will frolic. And I saw this and I just couldn't pass it up. It was adorable. Oh, with the sheep, loving all the yarn. And it's actually one of the first 2 project bags I actually now have. The second project bag I also got there. It's by Zigzag Stitches. Oh, it's the fabric I fell in love with. All the cats with the little yarn balls. I'll probably store my sock project, at least one sock project in here. See, that lining is adorable. And I obviously got yarn at the Frolic. This was the first yarn I got. It's the it's by Biscuit Yarns. It's their self-striping sock yarn in the Gunshow. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Colorway. or otherwise known as The Grinch in English. And I had to, like, I saw this on the website of one of the vendors, and I said, if they had this, I would get it. It was the last one, and I lucked out. And the reason I wanted this is my mom loves The Grinch, and I'm actually going to be making her a pair of socks with this. And last yarn I bought was from the yarn from Swing Porch Yarn Somniacs. The Sweet Georgia yarn bulletproof sock in the colorway Tooth Fairy. And this was actually one of the colorways I've actually wanted from Sweet Georgia. And it was at a good price at the Frolic. So, now, right after I got back home from the Frolic, I actually went and did a little yarn dye test for something I had in mind, and results are this. I actually based this on Mary Poppins, in the scene with the music Jolly Holiday, in which this is actually based on the colors of Bert's jacket from the scene, and I'm actually calling it Jolly Holiday with Mary. And I'm going to be obviously knitting some socks with this, and I'm going to dye up some nice blue for toes, heels, and cuffs. So look forward to seeing this in the near future. I'll knit it up. Now for some, well, to me, exciting knitters news. I'm actually going to be taking part in the TTC Knit Along this year as one of the co-captains for one of the groups. And I'm actually will be attending my first meeting later this month. So I'm looking forward to that. And I hope to see other knitters as well there, obviously. But this is the first time I am doing, and this is actually my first time doing the TTC Knit Along. So I hope just really looking forward to that. That's it for this week's episode of the YarnHabitGeek podcast. I thank you all for watching, and for those that have watched before, thank you again for coming back. And you will see you all next week, Wednesday. And stay crafty.